nothing's coming back.
I mean,
it's not like he's done anything great.
No, he's doing what he needs to do, and he's shown us, ironically, he's shown us exactly what he has in other fights, even like the Ibragimov in recent times, flashes of good work. You know, combination.
Al, I think you're telling like it is. You're being kind. I don't. I just don't see anything in there that would pose a challenge to a real heavyweight who came to fight.
And I say flashes because it's only been flashes, and it's only been because Valuev is not doing anything. But nevertheless, he's doing he's doing enough to win these rounds. That's for sure, but not by much.
You know, Valuev. We talked about needing to keep Holyfield at the end of his jab. He hasn't at all. Then he's got to start beating up this guy inside. And Holyfield able to move leisurely. You know, he's 46 years old. His legs aren't at all what they used to be. He's never been a guy who's totally just bounced around the ring. There's a flurry from him.
Valuev landed a right hand briefly. It didn't do much good.
Valuev trying to double the jab. He's short with it, with an 85-inch reach to 78 for Evander.
Even for Valuev, who has had some performances in the past where he has been less active than some people would like him to be, even for him, this one is an absurdly inactive performance in which he has just done almost nothing offensively. Now in this round, Holyfield has not thrown that many punches either. There he lands a right and another right on the inside. Valuev had landed a couple of good right hands earlier in the round.
You know, Holyfield at 46, there. Now he's getting pressed a little bit. Nice right hand from Valuev. Well, it's like Holyfield wins his title, he could fight 2 months later because, you know, this is like a leisurely sparring session. It's like how to play a little keep-away defense and an occasional flurry and, you know, work on your legs for today. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put a big guy in there who's not doing anything. Just walking around.
Yeah, and there are very few punches coming from Valuev, so you don't have to worry too much. Even there, Valuev just kind of walks away as if, okay, I don't have to punch right now.
And he isn't as we close out the seventh. He's like shaking his head at Holyfield like, what? You didn't come to fight? Well, make him fight. Here we see the champion now. That hook landed, but a right in return from Holyfield.
And then another right. Holyfield, when he gets on the inside, understands, and there's the use of the head, which many have accused Evander Holyfield of in the past.
Liberally.
And he knows how to do it when he's on the inside. And there you see the head kind of tucked underneath the chin.
Yeah, Al, I agree. They let him get away. Sometimes they've let him get away with it because of his status, the legendary status, I thought. A lot of head movement. Here, let's listen in. Hey, coming up. Here we go.
Second toe. Round 8. Second toe.
Al, we all expected more. We know our viewers watching. Did we know we did? Well, if not, something dynamic from Valuev to send Holyfield into retirement. Not playing favorites, but the man is arguably an 8 to 10 to 1 favorite.
Well, here's the thing. If you take this completely in a vacuum and you say, okay, let's dissect it round by round, Evander Holyfield doing just enough to win, landing some punches here and there, but if you take it in its total, yes, it has not created a super interesting prize fight, and more than that, Valuev, a man who has kind of, was handed this title after he lost it in the ring, is not acting like he wants to keep it. And there he finally throws some right hands.
Finally, off of that jab, which is really, that's his deal. Okay, there it is. That's what he should have been doing 5 rounds ago.
And maybe his plan was to let the 46-year-old Holyfield run around a little and then go after him, though I find that hard to believe.
Me too. Giving away all those rounds, now he's got to knock him out. He's got that jab right hand over the top, and inside he's got the right uppercut, as you mentioned.
Yeah, exactly. He's got 2 sequences that, if you just keep trying them over and over again, might work against this fighter, and yet he has not tried either of them very often.
Holyfield tries the jab, right hand over the top from the champion. Now Valuev walking in, but not punching. And Holyfield circles right.
Well, it's all in degrees, but in some respects, things have at least heated up a little bit in this
Absolutely.
round.
I was going to say, it's probably
Small degrees,
Yeah,
but
no,
nevertheless, it's progress.
halfway through the 8th. There's a 12-round title fight, and the man with the title, Nikolai Valuev, is playing catch-up. There they exchange shots there. Holyfield came back with a nice left hand.
For one of the very few jabs that Evander has tried in this fight, that one did get through.
Valuev walking to the challenger, but not throwing much of anything. He's had his moments in this fight, in this round, I should say.
You know, if you want to look at this from one perspective, the fact that 46-year-old Holyfield has had constant movement during the course of this 8 rounds is something. But
True.
It's not exactly
He's not under
Muhammad
siege.
Ali, Larry Holmes movement. It's just enough lateral movement to give Valuev some issues.
Yeah, and it's not like he's had to run from this guy under pressure. He's not been pressured all night.
Yeah, it's been movement that he dictated.
Exactly.
A little better round for Valuev.
Yeah,
this might be one that he's winning.
I agree. You know, from a judge's perspective, yeah, it would just seem you're human. You're looking at a champion. You're saying, how can the champion conceivably, against a guy not posing a lot of threats, how can I not give him 1 round? Do you know what I mean? I mean, you're putting 1 round in the bank and you're on to scoring the next, and that's what you're supposed to do. But you're saying, how can this champion not win a single round on my card?
Well, and in fact, he is winning this one, so he's landed more punches and done a little more.
I gave it to him as well.
Yeah.
And I give it to this crowd ringside in Switzerland for applauding the
They're
action.
actually quite benevolent.
Yeah.
Комбинации хорошие у тебя сейчас, молодец. Раз, два, 3. Оп, раз, два. А ты стоишь как барышня. Че ты стоишь? Руки распускай, че ты? От защиты и бей. Все нормально.
Yeah, I don't speak Russian, Al, but this guy's not telling him enough. Seems the same thing, like
Коля, поагрессивнее, он сдает.
catch shots and counter.
Here's the Valuev. Now they exchanged jabs, and actually that was one where Holyfield got in a little bit better. There's the jab of Valuev getting in. Punch that he has not landed very often.
You know, Al, we're not taking those shots, but it looks like Valuev's shots, every one that's landed flush, has had no effect on Evander. Nothing. I mean, this is a man 310 pounds hitting you.
We're 2/3 of the way through this fight, and it is interesting. Evander Holyfield has been allowed to basically fight at his own pace.
Wow.
Which is, we said at the beginning, this was the way in which Holyfield could ultimately win this fight.
I thought the only way, Al.
Yeah, and it's been the way it's transpired for him.
Not good for boxing, slippage there.
Left hook that just kind of pushed him off balance, but more a slip.
Valuev gets hit with a counter.
Good hook by Valuev.
Yeah, but back comes Evander nicely.
That was a great combination by Holyfield.
That was the best action of the fight, in my opinion.
Yep.
Ah, let him get mean, and then we'll have a fight.
I was going to say, at this point, to warn Valuev for any act of aggression seems, I don't know, inappropriate.
Wow. Valuev trying to get into his offense, is jumping, trying to get on the balls of his feet a little bit. Holyfield moving away, moving both ways. Valuev engages him with the jab, nothing behind it.
This fight,
yeah, go ahead, Al.
I'm sorry, Nick. This fight has been the ultimate in measured aggression.
Oh, you said it.
I mean, it really has.
Holyfield making the play now, landing nothing, but he's throwing the jab because the champion's throwing nothing.
And you know, you have to say this for Evander Holyfield. The fact that he's moved to right, he's moved left, he's done it in a way that has given Valuev some issues. That strategically is a big part of what has worked for